Welcome to a new episode in my Sonoff Basics series, when I look at a particular automation need and I try to show it in a shorter format video as opposed to the longer reviews which I usually do on my channel. And today we are going to be using the new Sonoff Mini D in order to automate a garage door from the eWeLink application. And before I continue with the rest of the video, I just want to iterate that with this device, we will be able to control a garage door. So make the garage door go up or stop or come down, just the way it behaves when you press the button on the remote. So this device is not able to give you feedback, so it won't be able to tell you whether the garage door is up or down, whether it's fully closed or not. There are third-party products that work in the eWeLink application that will be able to give you that, but they are not sold by Sonoff. So if you want that functionality, then you can search for those devices, just search for garage door openers, eWeLink compatible, something like that, and you will be able to find that. I actually reviewed one of them in my channel. And the other reason I want to cover this in a separate video, because one of my most successful Sonoff videos is how to convert a Sonoff Basic 1 or a Basic Release 1 to a garage door openers, because all the garage door openers, they expect a dry contact, basically just two wires that are contacted together by a relay. But most of the Sonoff product work as a device which switches the main voltage. So those products are not good for garage door openers and probably going to damage your garage door openers. But now this Mini D is the exact product that we need. And up until now we only had the 4CH Pro, which was similar, but it was a much bigger device with 4 outputs and it cost a lot more. But now finally we have a dedicated device which only can control one thing, let's say one garage door opener, so you don't have to invest a lot of money in order to do that. So I'm going to show everything on my bench, and to simulate and to show you how the signal goes to the garage door, I have a multimeter here which is going to be set to continuity mode. So when it's going to beep, that's when the Sonoff is going to give a signal to the garage door opener that it needs to open or close. And in order for you to implement the same, you have to consult your garage doors motors user manual, because all garage door motors are different. They have different outputs. They have to be connected in a different way. So just look in the manual, and you should be looking for two connections where the external, let's say the external push button can be wired to. And if you already happen to have like a switch or a push button somewhere in your garage to open the garage door, well then look for those two connections where they are connected to the garage motors, and those are the two connections that we are going to use for this project. And with this out of the way, let's dive into the project. So let's talk about the wiring first. So this is your Sonoff Mini D, and as you can see here, we have two connections on the left, which has neutral and live NLL, and that's where we are going to connect the mains power. So this is where you can connect your 120 or 220, 230 volts in order to power this device. And then we are going to use, on the top, we are going to use the NO and the COM connections to connect it to the garage motor. So these are the two connections where you see these two things connected. So those should be connected to those two outputs on your garage motor, which the switch or the push button is already connected to. Again, you need to consult the user manual because it is different for every single model. As a side note, there are two more connections here. You can see it says DC plus and DC minus, because this Mini D can be operated from a DC voltage as well. So not just mains voltage, but DC voltage. And this DC voltage can be anywhere between 12 and 48 volts. So you might find that on your garage motor, there are voltage outputs as well to power external devices. So if you want that, you can use those to power the Sonoff D1 Mini, so you don't have to run an additional pair of mains wire. So in that case, don't connect these two wires to N and L, but connect the plus and the minus to DC plus and the DC minus. And then the top connections are going to be the same. Before we can start using this device, we have to add it to our eWeLink application. So Sonoff uses the eWeLink application, and you need to create your own account in order to use it. And so I already have the account. I actually already link my device to my eWeLink account, but it's very easy because you click on the plus, you click on the scan option, and then you will find that there is a QR code at the bottom of this device. So you scan that QR code, and then the device is going to be added to your eWeLink application. As part of the setup process, the system is going to ask you to provide Wi-Fi credentials and then name the device, and then also specify which room the device is in, but that should be all. So as you can see, I haven't changed the default name, I just left it on Mini D, but this is what you will see on the device screen. And by default, this works just like a regular switch. So if you press it, you hear the beep, it's turned on, and then if you press it again, you turn it off. But we want to use it for garage doors, and the garage doors usually just need a small input signal or like a small trigger in order to operate the garage door. So we are going to change that. Go into the settings by clicking on the three dots on the top right, and then scroll down to inching settings, and then turn it off, and then leave it as half a second, then auto off. So you save, you go back, and then you click, and it's only going to do a short pulse, and then it will automatically turn off. And to be honest, with this, your garage door is usable. If you want to customize it, you can come again back to the settings. You can use the display as and choose something which is more appropriate. For example, there is a gate here. So, and of course you can change the device as well, name something like, garage or something, and then it's going to give you this small icon. So you can operate it from here, you turn it on, and it's going to turn it off automatically. And this is great. Your garages now can go up and down. But there is one more thing that you can do, especially if you are using it in your car using either AndroidAuto or CarPlay. Because the eWeLink application on these AndroidAuto or CarPlay screens would not allow you to operate all your devices, so you can just focus on the road, but you can do manual scenes. So let's set up a manual scene. So on the bottom, just select scenes, and you click on plus, and in the triggers, we are going to add a trigger which says tap to perform. And on the then side, on the action side, we select smart device, we select our Mini D, and we are going to say on. So basically, when you tap it, it's going to turn on the device, and the device internal settings will take care of the, the turning off immediately. So we are going to save this. We are going to give it a name, the garage, and then it's ready to go. So now, if I as you can see, I have one which says garage. If I click on it, now it sent a signal and the garage door is open. And when you go back to the settings of this automation with the three dots, you can see like I want to add it to the home screen as well. So you can put it on your main screen of, let's say, your Android device, or you can also toggle this so it shows up on your home screen. So in your home screen, on top of the screen, you can see that the garage is here now, and it works. So just to complete the setup, you can go into your profile, and then you can go AndroidAuto. I mean, for me, it says AndroidAuto. It could be CarPlay for you if you're using iOS. And in advanced, go to edit mode, and then you select that you want this garage automation to be shown on your AndroidAuto or CarPlay screen. And then with that, once you use it in the car, and then you select the eWeLink application, it's just going to show on your car screen, and you can just quickly, click on it. You don't have to scroll through all your devices. It's just a single button. You just click on the icon, and that's going to send the signal to your garage door, so it's going to go up. And that pretty much concludes the setup of this Mini D as a garage door opener in the eWeLink application. I hope you found this video useful, but that will be all for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one.